pilot, look at me, stylish, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo de Gallo? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. It's that's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't know no better, I'm on this every day.
It's the newest stadium on the NFL landscape, and it might just be the grandest as you get a look at SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Tonight, we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Mexico City Golden Eagles and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Throwing his Wentz. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense, and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
The 40.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. To throw is Wentz. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down.
Fourth down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and run the option. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Golden Eagles.
On first down, Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
To number 20. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
At the 18-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Mexico City first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down, and he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Steps away to his left. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Fletcher Cox on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Golden Eagles 7, Chargers 0.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. The defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Mostert with a 1st down carry. Nice carry. Gets his way forward for a pickup of about 6 yards.
A 6-yard pickup brings up.
Wentz going to run with it.
At the Chargers' 37-yard line.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz being chased out left. He'll run it. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3.
3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Mostert, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2. It's a run with Mostert. Wentz is going to keep it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now the option play works on the 2-point try. What'd you think of the call?
I like the call. What you're worried about, though, is if the defense blitzes the play. And if they do, what your answer is, the option. Why? If they blitz it, the quarterback has a chance to get rid of it to a trailing back. That would work pretty well there.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
This throw caught left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking downfield for Kelsey. Oh, wide open, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On the option, this is Wentz. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. Wentz going to try and run again. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Mostert, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. One more time with Mostert, and this time he is in. Raheem Mostert as the first half is winding down. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 46.
Herbert's pass intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Butker's kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun. Herbert forced out to his left. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And his kick is good.
Score, Golden Eagles 26, Chargers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. To try again after the sack. Wentz eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Here's Mostert. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Right at midfield. An 8-yard pickup.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 33.
And it's 3rd down.
Escaping the pressure right. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. It's caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Operating from the gun. Herbert looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And away for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. From the gun, Herbert, he's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Chargers 18.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
And 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking
and the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
It's second down.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. This is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Henry Woods, 89 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2. They fake the give. Now Wentz rolling to his right. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Trying to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Intended for
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Herbert. Dancing to his left. As he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert out to his left. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Wentz. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Greedy and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He sets to fire deep. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. He's going to let it go again. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
From the gun, Herbert. And that's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, Herbert. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
Throwing now is Wentz. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Kenneth Murray. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this junction. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs.
All right, Mr. Fantasy Champion, we just saw him fake a field goal, and the kicker has the opportunity to throw a pass. He completed it, but not for a 1st down. Does anyone get any points for that?
No, he just gets some pride going back to the sideline saying he completed a pass as the kicker, but the big thing is they didn't get enough for the 1st. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Herbert couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 16. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Flushed out right. Wentz is intercepted yet again. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. He'll buy some time right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
1st down.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Wentz escaping the pressure right, taking a shot. This is taking it at the 5. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Wentz is going to keep it, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.